Join Road Company and discover America. With Dom DeLuise and yours truly, Bob Hynes. This week, Road Company visits Houston, Texas, the city of tomorrow. Our guest stars, Miss Sheila MacRae, Kenny Rogers and the First Edition, outstanding local personalities, the University of Houston Singers, and our special guest, Apollo 12 astronaut Dick Gordon. Road Company is brought to you by Chevrolet.
Chevrolet, building a better way to see the USA.
Now, don't worry, Bob. We're not lost. This mark looks very, very familiar.
It should. It's your fingerprint.
Oh, yeah. Well, what about this red mark?
Oh, Dom, that's ketchup.
Yeah? You're right. That was delicious.
Dom, there's a lot of things to see in Houston. The only thing you can find is your fingerprint.
And ketchup. All right, if you're so smart, let me test you. Find me the Astrodome.
The Astrodome, home of the Oilers, the Astros, and the Rockets, and it's right there.
Oh, all right, NASA.
National Aeronautics and Space Administration right out here.
That's very good. This one's hard. Where's Jones Hall?
Right next to his bathroom. Where else? I'll tell you, Jones Hall is the home of the internationally acclaimed Houston Symphony Orchestra, and it's right here.
Oh, boy, you're right. I'm so lucky. You know something? When you said come along for the ride, I thought that you were bananas. But you really know what you're doing.
You're right, sailor.
Aye, aye, sir. All right, let's get those swabs out and move that deck. Get...
Save the USA.
Lisa and I were married in Germany last fall. We flew to New York, bought a new Chevrolet Monte Carlo, and drove all the way to California and back. I've driven cross-country half a dozen times, but seeing it again through her eyes was a revelation. It's still the most beautiful piece of real estate in the world. Lisa's driven a lot of European cars, and the Monte Carlo amazed her. It isn't a big car, but it's every bit as comfortable. Luxurious, really. Lisa loved all of it. The car, the country. You can imagine how I felt.
Monte Carlo, that kind of feeling at a Chevrolet price. Chevrolet wants your new Monte Carlo to be the best car you ever owned.
Chevrolet, building a better way to see the USA.
Most visitors see Houston in the kind of weather that's perfectly suited to its fast pace and reputation as the city of tomorrow. But for someone who lived here long ago, there's nothing like this kind of a day to bring back a flood of nice memories. For instance, the pretty lady on that front porch over there, Miss Sheila MacRae.
You know, when I first came to Houston, I was 17 years old. My career was just beginning, and my daughter Meredith was born right here in Houston on a rainy day, kind of like this one. But the future was full of bright promises. Now look, Houston is a big, big city, and the people are the same. They're warm and they're wonderful. You know, it's a funny thing. You go away, you come back, you find out this is where you wanted to be all the time.
The bird with feathers of blue is waiting for you back in your own backyard. You can go to the east, go to the west. Someday you'll come, you'll be weary at heart, and back where you started from. You find that happiness lies right under your eyes, and it's back in your own backyard. Yes, it's back in your own backyard.
So this is the Astrodome. Boy, it's fantastic. And you know, it's everything they say it is. It's enormous, Sheila. But do they have any trouble filling it?
Oh, you must be kidding, Bob. This is Texas. Filling this is just a snack. You know, Bob, coming to a baseball game like this is nothing new to me. I used to go a lot when Houston was part of the Texas League.
Oh, I didn't know you liked baseball so much.
Oh, well, I don't. But listen, going to the games, that was part of my job. I was a reporter for the local radio station. I can just picture myself right now, down on the field, interviewing one of the stars.
Hello. You know, for years, we women thought we had the corner on being fashionable, but apparently that is not true anymore, because I would like you to meet the first member of baseball's boutique of fame and one of the most striking members of the Houston Astros, Dandy Dom.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? Most striking player? I strike out? I don't strike out. Last night, I scored.
Now, Dom,
Yeah.
everybody is talking about the new uniforms. Now, what do you think of them?
I think they're terrific.
Well, what does the team think of them?
Oh, I don't know about the other guys, but I think they're swell. In fact, I wear mine around the house. Honest. In fact, look at this. You can use it for a lot of things. Because they sparkle, you see.
Wouldn't you say that your ideas are just a little bit different?
Different, yes. Vulgar, never.
Well, how would you describe your outfit?
Tacky.
No, I mean, how would you describe it? I mean, for the viewers.
Okay, it's very simple. At the top is my home run hat and my green sun visor, and the rest of my ensemble is clinging chintz. Let me show you how flexible that is. Notice that as I move my body, it clings to the body, and as you hit, run, or catch, it stays with you. This is all 100% virgin yak from Yak and the Beanstalk. Drop it now, hurry.
Just a minute, Dom.
Yes.
Where do the players get these kind of uniforms?
Well, today everybody is doing their own thing, and we're doing our own thing by sewing our own uniforms.
Sewing?
Would I lie to you? Of course, we sew our own uniforms.
You sew your own uniforms?
What was wrong with the way I said it? After the game, we go to the dugout, we take out our little sewing kits, and we sew.
Oh, really,
That's
Dom?
right, really. Tommy Helms, Tommy Helms. Come over here. Tommy, this is Sheila. Sheila, this is
Hello,
Tommy.
Tommy, how are you?
Wonderful.
Oh.
Do you sew your own uniform?
Yes, sir.
There, you see? Go take a shower. He's from Charlotte, South Carolina.
Oh, yes, but do you sew your own uniform?
No, I don't. I get mine out of Cracker Jack boxes.
Well, Dandy Dom, answer me one question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this AstroTurf
Sheila,
right here in the
Sheila,
Astrodome?
there is nothing like the real thing. You know what I mean? Wrong. Do you know those problems we had with those nasty grass stains? Well, no more. I mean, Sheila, who knows better than you how tough laundry detergents can be on delicate fabrics?
That's true. But I want to ask you something.
What?
Why is it that you are the highest paid Astro?
Oh, it so happens that I am a swinger. A very good swinger, one of the biggest swingers on the team. In fact, last Thursday, let me tell you what happened.
You're saying,
Wait.
Tom. Listen, Tommy Helms just told me
A party.
that you have a good glove, but a weak stick.
You know, it looks like it's going to rain.
The Astrodome?
All right, I'll give you a swinging lesson right now. Lee May, come over here a minute.
Now, wait, hold it, Dom. You mean you are going to teach Lee May how to swing?
No, I'm going to teach you how to swing.
He taught Spear Agnew how to swing.
Would you get out of here? Go on, get out of here. I'm a bleeder. Did you see that attack?
Oh, you were so brave. Really
Johnny
were.
Edwards, Kenny Forsch, come over here.
Oh, aren't they cute?
They're all cute. But there's 5 cuties right here. We're going to show you something. Catch a picture. Let's go. All right, now you're going to see swinging.
Wait for me, Dom.
I ate the whole thing. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Sheila, hit me on the back. Oh, knock the bat off. I never had this trouble with Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell? Why, he's my favorite sportscaster. Thank you, Dandy Dom. You're a credit to the game of baseball.
Gee, Sheila, there's a lot of great things happening in Houston.
That's for sure, Bob. Right now over at Jones Hall, Kenny Rogers and the First Edition are rehearsing for a big concert.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah. What condition my condition was in. I woke up this morning with the sun down, shining in. Found my mind in a brown paper bag within. Tripped on a cloud and fell 8 miles high. Tore my mind on a jagged sky. Dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in. I pushed my soul in a deep dark hole, then I followed it in. I watched myself crawling out as I was crawling in. I got up so tight I could not whine. Saw so much I broke my mind. Dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
I would like to say thank you very much, sincerely, on behalf of everybody here. As I mentioned earlier, this is my hometown, and it's always great to come back here. But we only rented the hall till 10:30, so we do have to kind of get out of here. But thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you again next year. Good night.
See the USA. Oh, this was last month when I got home from New York. That's Bob. He looked after my Camero for me. And he even drove it down to pick me up at the airport. It's a car I need to drive. Like every move it makes is just an extension of my will. It goes where I want it to go effortlessly. And it stops with a touch. I've flown light planes ever since I was in college, and the Camero is the first car I've ever owned that gives me the same feeling I get from flying.
Road and Track magazine named Camaro one of the 10 best cars in the world. Chevrolet wants yours to be the best car you ever owned.
I don't know what I'd do if I had to go back to an ordinary car again. I'd probably ask Bob to drive.
Chevrolet, building a better way.
Just a short drive from downtown Houston is NASA's Manned Spacecraft Center, where astronaut Dick Gordon invited us to take a tour.
I know, that's going to cost more than $1, right?
Just a little bit more than $1. Actually, it's the lunar surface suit.
And what's he doing? He's,
Actually, he's drilling a probe for the heat flow experiment.
All right. Is that what you wore?
No, that's, as I said, Dom is a lunar surface, and I was in the command module all that time.
Now, where is that?
We have one right over here.
Oh, well, let's see that. Come on. Gee.
Now, this is just like the command module that you were in, right?
Bob, this was home for 10 days. You're exactly right.
There's 3 beds in there. You told me you could sleep 5 people in there?
Well, how'd you find that out? We never told anybody that.
You mentioned it a little while ago.
Actually, there are 2 sleeping bags that go under the outside couches that act as sleep stations. That's right.
Can I ask you a question? Nobody's here but us. In the movies, they always have a stowaway girl. Did it ever happen?
Should I tell you?
Yeah.
Must I?
No. Okay, never mind. I'm getting nervous.
Bob, that's my seat. Let me in there.
Okay.
Just a second.
Astronauts only.
This is really great.
Can you read?
I'm not touching anything.
You're just sitting in it.
I'm just sitting in it very carefully.
This is fantastic. This is what they look like? I mean, this looks...
This is it. This is
Now,
the lunar rover.
Do you feel badly you never get down on the moon's surface and drove one of these?
Well, I think so. I think everybody wants that desire of making that trip all the way. 60 miles to go.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Don.
Would you go back?
I'd love to.
Yeah?
I really would.
Could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you go with him?
No.
Sure he would. If he sees the cargo we take, he'd go.
Oh, you take nice cargo.
We just talked about that.
How fast does this go?
I think we've had it up to about 13 or 14 kilometers on the lunar surface, kilometers per hour.
Well, how is that relative to speed?
I think that'd probably be, 6, 7 miles an hour? I can't convert it that fast.
Is that fast on the moon?
That's pretty swift, especially when you're bouncing along as light as you are.
Yeah, this goes like that.
It floats a little bit. It has a tendency to do that.
How is it powered?
Actually, Dom, it's powered by batteries, electrical power.
Oh, if it was gas, how far would you have to go to get to the next gas station?
Well, I think what you might do is return to the lamb and fuel up again, if that's the case.
To me, this looks like Jackie Gleason's golf cart. But, of course, I know the man. That's why I say that.
Well, he could buy one if he'd like.
How much would this cost?
Well, I forget what the actual price is. Somebody says $7 to $8 million for each car.
Oh, well, on that note, I'll see you later, Dick. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah,
thank you for coming by.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it.
Okay, Dom, it's a real pleasure. See you later.
Where?
Let's go to the concert tonight, shall we?
You got it.
To raise the unreachable stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Houston singers and astronaut Richard Gordon.
To dream the impossible dream, to find the unbeatable fall, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go.
Through all the nights of history, there have been men who looked out at the stars across the vast seas of space and dreamed mighty dreams. The men who opened up America and those who tamed the immense Texas plains were steered by these same stars. Small wonder that when the country was finally crossed and the nation had grown a little older and taller, that certain men gathered in Texas and began to look at these starlit skies in a new and curious way. The time had come, they felt, for the United States to lead mankind on a perilous journey across time and space itself.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
Like the ancient seafarers who first put their homeland shores behind the horizon, we crept into space. Each flight discovering new knowledge, each trip gaining more confidence. Then, in 1962, a president came to Houston and set our first important goal.
This city of Houston, this state of Texas, this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade.
The entire nation pulled together to make the plan become a reality. At last, in July 1969, the whole world watched and listened away some anxious moments as a uniquely different kind of American Eagle undocked from the command module Columbia and began its final dramatic descent toward the lunar surface.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
After enormous effort and tremendous sacrifice, the United States had made the moon a part of man's domain. As Armstrong put it, it was a small step for man and a giant leap for mankind. But we did not go into space in search of personal glory or national fame. Our reasons are clearly stated on a small plaque that Armstrong and Aldrin left at the foot of their craft.
Dear men from the planet Earth, first set foot upon the moon, July 1969, AD. It came in peace for all mankind.
But reaching out to touch the moon is only the beginning of a gigantic journey. What we have begun, other men will carry to completion. And it's not too incredible to believe that some night, in some far-off future, on some distant planet, men from our corner of the earth will look out into a starlit sky and dream of home.
How do you like my new Vega? Actually, this is a special display model. Opened up so you can see some of the unseen things that help to make Vega such an exceptional little car. The thick foam, for instance, that makes these buckets so incredibly comfortable. Big coil springs at every wheel to soften up the ride. An engine that's bigger than most little car engines, but every bit as stingy with a gallon of gas. Fade-resistant front disc brakes, protective steel beams in both doors, a double-panel steel roof that adds to the strength and quiet of the car. Now you see them, now you don't. And because they don't show, Chevy could easily have left them out. But then Vega would have been just another little car. And who wants just another little car?
Chevrolet, building a better way to see the USA.
You know, Kemosabe, Houston no one-horse town.
You're right, Tonto. Those were the thrilling days of yesteryear. Hello, Sheila, away! So long, Severino. Hey,